Sorry, Darren. I'm gonna be late. Can't make dinner tonight. Could you make do with what's in the fridge? Sorry. Oh, and could you give Johnny a bath and put him to bed too?
Yeah, no problem. Something come up at work?
Yeah, just a little something with Johnny's school mom. Got an urgent meeting. It's David's mother. Something about his anger issues. Not sure.
David, huh? Haven't heard that name from Johnny much.
Yes, she just moved in nearby. Just started kindergarten. Also just got divorced. You know, single mom. So, kind of hard to bring up a kid alone. She seemed really distraught. Figured I should, counsel her.
I get it. Well, Nance, if you say so, guess it's pretty serious. Alright, I'll take care of things at home, so no worries. Take your time.
Thanks, I owe you. When you get home, I'll head out. So, leave it to you.
No problem. Be careful.
Hey, Darren, I need your help again. Got a call from David's mom.
Again? Today? That's 3 days in a row. You okay with it? Are you sure she's okay? Not being used, I hope. Sure seems like it.
Nothing like that. The divorce, was kinda hard on her. Apparently her ex-husband cheated on her. The ex kicked her and their kid out with practically nothing. So, emotionally she's a wreck. Seems that just talking with me relieves her stress. She's looking way happier recently. I want to help her out just a little more.
Well, nice of you and all, Nance, but Johnny's been pretty lonely recently too. Mom's been gone and all. Just end it ASAP or when things seem right, okay?
I know, don't worry. I got this. I just can't leave it alone. I have a kid the same age too. Can't just look the other way. You do understand, right, honey? Just until she's back on her feet. I know I'm putting you and Johnny in a tight spot, but a little longer. Moms have to help each other in situations like this. Please, be patient a bit longer.
Can't complain about mommy stuff. Guess you have to do what you have to do. Just don't get too fixated on it, okay?
Yes, I know. Okay, I'm off!
Don't be so late.
I won't. Good morning. Sorry, I just got up. Did you take Johnny to kindergarten? Thanks.
What do you mean, just got up? Hey, Nance, don't tell me you were out all night. Were you drinking with David's mom till morning? Come on, get your shit together, would you? Please? How long do you intend to be involved with this woman? She must be fine by now.
What can I say? I have to help her. I was listening to her and one thing led to another. Just talking all night. Lost track of time. We were drinking a bit and just kind of fell asleep. When I came to, it was morning. I'm headed home now. Don't worry.
Hey, you're way too involved with this mom. You go out to consult with her like 4 times a week. Half the time you come home in the morning. I'm doing all the household stuff and taking care of Johnny. He's just a kid, Nance. You also mentioned taking this mom out to eat. You seem to be taking quite a bit of money from home. What's up with that? Come on, Nance. Enough is enough.
What am I supposed to do? David's mom is really having a hard time, Her husband has an affair and just dumps her and the kid? She has to bring up her kid alone. I have to help her. That's why I want to console her and release some of that stress. I felt sorry for her and invited her out. How can I make her pay?
Sorry, but you're really overdoing it. You keep saying school mom friends are so important. You really don't even know her well. Only been a couple of months, right? You turn a blind eye to your household chores and your own kid, take money out of your household savings, and for what? For some woman you met 2 months ago? Come on, Nance, wake up! Either way, it really does not make sense.
But if I just ignore them, then what? They are allowed to fend for themselves. For a mom that has the same age kid, I just can't look the other way.
But why you? Why do you have to stick with them 24/7 for God's sake? If she's having so much trouble, she could find official help. Like some kind of hospital Or community reach center, or maybe... There must be something. How about counseling? Leave it to the pros.
Counseling? Hospital? That's insensitive! Like saying there's something wrong with her. And she's not sick or anything. Just tired. Stressed out. She can't just take time off from work either. I wouldn't advise such a thing.
This mommy friend or whatever you call them seems strange to me. Being single and having no money and with a little kid, I can see how hard that could be. But calling out a mom from school, staying out till the wee hours of the morning, and making that person pay for it all? She knows you have a kid the same age. I have to say, this all seems really weird. This has gone on way too long. I want you to cut all ties with her. Think of your own family.
Cut ties? Why do I have to do such a drastic thing?
Listen, and listen carefully. I'm not going to say this again. Cut all ties with this so-called mommy friend. If you're going to dump on your own family and not even discuss this issue or find ways to fix it, if so, I'm not going to just sit back and take it.
So you want me to just cast him aside, is that it? David's mom is distraught. Her husband dumped her and her child with nothing. All I'm doing is listening to her grievance and giving her advice. What's so wrong with that? I wish you would not butt into stuff about my friends.
I have no intention of butting in when it comes to your girlfriends, but I do have the right to say something when it comes to relationships with men.
What? Relationships with men? David's mom is a woman, for your information.
Forget it. If you had just changed your attitude or just told me the truth, I thought I'd just leave it at that and say nothing. But if you have no intention, you asked for it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you want to say? Let's hear it.
I already know what's going on. That so-called David's mom, there's no such person. She doesn't exist. Then you lied about helping your mommy friend, and that you were off seeing some guy.
What the hell are you talking about? That this friend is not real? That I'm seeing some guy? Have you gone bonkers? I can't believe why you came to that conclusion.
Even if it's a lie, you won't deny it, huh? Why did I come to that conclusion, you say? You've been going to see this David's mom person for 2 months. That's pretty long. Why would I not check up on you?
Did you check up on me?
At first, I just wanted to see what this mommy friend of yours was like. When I went to pick up Johnny at the kindergarten, I asked around about this friend of yours. But it's strange. After asking around, nobody heard of this David kid that recently arrived.
No, that can't be right. Some kind of mistake for sure.
I even asked all the teachers. There was no recent David in the age group, much less in the other age groups. There was one David, but I talked to his dad. Nice guy, by the way. I asked some other mothers you said we were friendly with, but they said you had no new mommy friends. Actually, they said you'd finish up early and just hurry home. Seems so strange. So I asked the detective agency to check you out.
Detective agency? When did you do that?
I guess it was about a month ago. Those detective agencies are really thorough. Snapped a bunch of photos for me. Like one where you were going into a hotel with some guy.
Seriously? No way! That's not possible!
Oh, and I had them check your line messages too. Here's one. I just saved my mommy friend and he's like, okie dokie, what a dunce, LMAO. And here, you're seeing this mommy friend too much. He's desperate, lol. Nice messages. I found out everything.
Did you know from that far back? Then why didn't you?
Why didn't I say something sooner? I figured you were still Johnny's mom, so for the sake of Johnny, divorce was not in the cards for me. But you had no remorse or any willingness to fix it, and just opted to lie to us. So I came to the conclusion that life would be better for the both of us if you were out of the picture. Let's get a divorce.
Wait a sec. Please, not so fast. Okay, I understand. I will tell you the truth. Everything. So, please don't talk about divorce. Please?
Sorry, there's nothing I want to hear from you. I got all the proof I need for your infidelity. Truth? No thanks. Too late for that.
Wait, please, let's discuss this like adults. I'll head home now and wait for you guys to get home. Let's talk, please.
Even if you head home, we won't be there. I'm headed to your parents' place with Johnny. I'm just getting on the highway, as a matter of fact.
Huh? My parents' place?
Yes, to your place. Your parents have to see what you did, right?
Please, turn the car around and come home, please. You don't have to tell my folks anything.
We're getting divorced. Have to make it clear who's at fault, right? By the way, I sent all the evidence to my parents' place through my little sister. Do you want to talk? Come over to your parents' place. We're waiting. Of course, this is not about getting divorced or not. This is about who will take care of Johnny and the settlement I want. No use running. Your brother is already on his way to pick you up.
No way. Please, I beg you. Not divorce, please. I'll do anything. I beg of you. Please.
Sorry, I can't believe a word you say anymore, you lying tramp! Okay, I'm just around the corner from your place. See you later. I heard later that she met up with her brother, and he forcibly took her home. I told her that as long as I got sole custody of Johnny, I didn't need anything else from them. But her parents pleaded with me to have joint custody, and they would make her pay all compensation to me, including alimony, until Johnny came of age. Nancy, of course, was angry and would not relent at first, but after her mom cried her eyes out and her dad almost slapped her silly, she finally relented and signed the divorce papers. Nancy went back home, and in order to pay my settlement and education costs for her son, she started working at her brother's company. I went back to my parents' place, and with their help, and some help from my little sister, I'm bringing up little Johnny the best I can. Johnny was a little gloomy after separating from his mother, but with a cheerful family around, he gradually seemed to brighten up. My task from now on is to bring up my son and teach him to be a loving and considerate person.
Hey there, Liliana. I'm so sorry to ask, but do you think you could send about $500 to my bank account? I'd really appreciate it. I ended up doing way more shopping than I thought I would last month, so I need just a bit more money than usual.
But I already send you $1,000 a month, Mom. I really don't think I can afford to give you any more. You'll just have to make do with what I gave you this month.
Excuse me, what is the matter with you? Are you really telling your own mother she has to go back to work?
Mom, you're not even that old. You just stopped working well before retirement age. I really think you could still handle even just a part-time job. Please stop always coming to me when you need money.
How dare you talk to your mother that way? You really are so selfish, you know that? I finally free myself of having kids or any other obligations around the house, and you demand that an old lady like me go back to work because you're too lazy to give me some help. You really want me to just work myself to the bone until I drop dead, don't you?
Mom, I'm really happy that you have time to do things that you've been wanting to do. But the fact of the matter is that I have my limits, and I'm already sending you the absolute maximum of money that I can afford. So it's not a matter of wanting to, I simply can't afford to send you $500 more this month.
Oh, come on, you're still young. Surely you have some savings that you could withdraw money from, right? You can always make the money back, but I need that kind of money right now. Come on, don't you realize that you owe me for all I've done for you over the years? I had to raise you all by myself, and I put everything into raising you, and this is how you choose to repay me?
Mom, of course, I'm very grateful for all that you've done for me over the years. I know that Dad died early and you had no one else to help raise me, but you can't talk to me like I'm not already sending you money every month. Not only that, but I've been doing so for the past 7 years. I've been sending you $1,000 every month for the past 7 years. Are you really going to turn around and tell me that I haven't been showing enough gratitude?
Of course not. You really think that's remotely enough money to cover all that I've done for you? If you really cared about me, you would be sending me at least $2,000 a month. But you're always telling me how you can barely even afford to pay me half of that. So why don't you quit whining and just give me the money that I'm asking for? Consider it a bonus for all the time I spent raising you.
Hey, Vanessa, are you there? I was just wondering about how the job hunt was going. The thing is, I would really appreciate it if you could help send some money home to Mom.
Hold on a second, you mean I'm going to have to start sending my money to Mom too? I'm sorry, but I just don't think that's going to work for me at all. Besides, I still haven't managed to find a job, so...
You mean you still haven't even gotten a job offer? Have you been applying, even? You graduated from college over 3 years ago now. The least you could do is find a part-time job or something. After all, you've been living with Mom this whole time. When are you finally going to find a place to work?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I don't really feel like going out and finding a job. I would only even begin to consider taking a position where I'm making at least $3,000 a month. Not only that, but I'm going to need a lot of vacation time on top of that.
Vanessa, I really don't think that you're going to find any job that's going to give you everything you want for an entry-level position. You have to be a little more realistic and be willing to work for those perks. Please, I really can't afford to send Mom any more money. The least you could do is try and contribute a little bit since you're living with her. It would really help me out.
And just why is it my problem if you're not working hard enough to be able to afford to help Mom out? Besides, if you must know, I'm out trying to find a rich man to marry, so don't say I'm not doing my part. Once I find a guy who is loaded, I'll make him fall in love with me, and then I'll take care of Mom by myself.
Are you kidding me? Is that really your plan to help our mom?
Of course, I realized that only suckers go out and find jobs for a living. I'm just going to live off my husband's salary instead. So that's why I'm going out every night trying to put myself out there and find the perfect man.
Actually, I remember you telling me about doing this a while ago, so that means that you haven't made any progress on that front either. Are you seriously just wasting all your time waiting for Mr. Right to come fall into your lap so you won't have to work? Is that really all you want to do with your life?
You know, I actually did find someone special once, but we ended up breaking up. He was way too stingy for my liking. He had the gall to tell me no when I demanded he keep buying me gifts. So obviously, he wasn't nearly as rich as he let himself on to be, and that's why I'm still out looking.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. How can you seriously say that that's your life plan?
I'll have you know that I've been gifted bags and clothes worth thousands of dollars by potential suitors. In fact, the last present my boyfriend gave me was a $1,000 necklace. And that was actually the cheapest of the things that he had bought me. It's not easy trying to work out here.
Well, if all you're really doing is seeing this man to get them to buy you things, then it doesn't even sound like you're going to get married. And that means that I'm still going to be the only one sending money to Mom for a long time.
Don't be ready to give up so quickly. You should know that I've actually found a guy who I feel really good about and who's super rich. So I think you might not actually have to even wait that much longer before I'm married.
Oh yeah? You mean you found someone who you think will actually get married to?
That's right. But if this is going to work, you need to send Mom and I a bit more money this month. After all, putting in the work to keep a rich guy's attention isn't cheap, you know. I know that Mom is already asking for another $500. But I think if you add an extra $1,000 on top of that for me, then we should be fine.
Oh, come on. You can't be serious about that, right? You know that I can't even begin to afford sending you that much. I'm already at my limit sending Mom $1,000 every month. That's why I came to you to ask for help in the first place. But you two just keep treating me as if I'm some kind of infinite ATM.
Oh, trust me, neither of us think of you that way. You're way too cheap for that. And if you're going to take that tone with me, then things aren't going to go well for you. Maybe I'd just choose to continue not helping even after I'm actually married. What do you think of that? Liliana, are you there? Your sister is engaged. She's going to be getting married. Not only that, but her fiancé is really rich and runs his own company. Isn't that amazing? She is struck gold.
You mean that Vanessa has actually found a rich man willing to marry her? Are you serious?
Why are you sounding so surprised? It's obvious that a cute girl like her would be able to find a man like that with no problem. After all, she went to college, comes from a good family, and she's a looker. She's an all-around catch. Now I can finally be free and stop having to rely on your stinginess just to get by.
You mean that Vanessa agreed that she would start giving you money every month, too?
Well, Vanessa isn't going to be doing so, but her husband certainly is. And he's going to be giving me $3,000 a month, too. Oh, I'm so happy that my daughter finally found a rich man to marry. All my dreams are coming true.
Wow, he's seriously going to give you that much money every single month?
That's right, and it's all thanks to the hard work your sister put in looking for a man, and she may have told a couple white lies about me to ease the process.
White lies? What do you mean? What kind of lies did she tell you about?
Oh, she just told her husband that your father was a horrible gambling addict who left us with tons of debt that I couldn't pay. And about how I had to raise you two all on my own, and how you moved out of the house and hardly ever help us at all despite us begging you to. Apparently your sister was convincing enough to want to make her husband step up and take care of his new mother-in-law. And that's when he offered to send me as much money as I would need to live comfortably.
Now hold on just a second there. You told this guy that your late husband, my dad, was nothing but a gambling addict?
I mean, all I did was stretch the truth a little bit. After all, your dad did used to buy lottery tickets now and then.
So then you besmirched the memory of your own late husband just to make some money? Not only that, but you even lied to your new son-in-law just to exploit him.
Oh, I know, isn't it perfect? And now I'm going to get all the money I could ever want in the world.
Mom, I can't believe you would do something like this.
Oh, please, you certainly aren't in a position to start making complaints to me. You had your chance to take care of me, and you failed. Maybe if you had done your job better, then I wouldn't have been forced into a position where I had to lie.
So you're really going to try and pin all of this on me? I don't know what to say. I've worked so hard to support for the past 7 years, and you act like it's nothing.
Oh, please, you were only sending me $1,000 a month. Don't act like you were so special. But now I don't need your money anymore. I found a new source of income, and I'm never going to let him go. So anyways, now that I have no need for you, don't bother talking to me anymore.
Wait, what? You mean you don't even want to talk to me?
Of course not. Oh, and by the way, you should know that your sister's wedding is today. Not that there's a seat for you here anyway. You can just sit at home doing nothing but thinking about how you failed me.
Wait, what? Vanessa's going to be getting married today? But, I mean, why is this the first time that I'm hearing about this? Why wouldn't she tell me? Does she really not care whether I'm there or not?
Of course not. Her husband thinks that you're a selfish woman who abandoned your family. If he found out the truth, then it would ruin our plan for him to pay me what I need. So you just be a good girl and keep out of this.
So you not only ruined the reputation of my dad, but you also lied about me just for money.
That's right, and we're not going to tell him any more information about you. He knows what he needs to, and that's enough. If he found out any more about you, then it might ruin my image as a poor old woman abandoned by everyone but her one loyal daughter. That's the narrative that we've come up with, and we're not going to let you come here and ruin it.
But it's a lie! You're just lying to this man to steal from him.
Oh, please, it's just another stretching of the truth is all. Besides, it's quite fun acting like someone who you're really not.
So after all this time and effort I put into taking care of you and Vanessa for the past 7 years, this is how you thank me? I can't believe that I really matter so little to you that I'm just being sold out like this. And now I'm not even invited to my own sister's wedding because I'm supposed to be this big villain?
Well, it's not like you even have clothes ready to go to a wedding, right? Besides, I know that you hardly have any money, so it's not like you could go out and get some.
And whose fault do you think it is that I haven't been able to save up any money for myself? It's your fault. It's because I've been paying for you for the past 7 years of my life.
And you've done such a brilliant job doing what you could for me, but the fact of the matter is that it was never enough, and now I don't need you anymore.
Well, fine then, I won't go to Vanessa's wedding. I can see I'm not wanted there anyway.
Yes, that's what I've been telling you from the very start. Nobody wants or needs you around anymore. In fact, you're better off never talking to your sister or I again. You'd just be dead weight and a liability at this point.
Fine, if that's the way you want things to happen, then I'll do as you say. You won't ever see me again. In fact, don't even think of me as your daughter anymore, got it?
Oh, I'll gladly do that. It works so much better for my new tragic backstory. Anyways, I'm off to enjoy what is sure to be a spectacular wedding. Have a nice life.
Oh, trust me, you're not the only one looking forward to this. But I'm not so sure that the wedding is going to go as planned. You'll find out what I mean soon enough, though.
What in the world are you talking about?
Oh, it's nothing you need to know about for now, but you should know that I'm going to send Vanessa a little wedding present. And hope for the happiness of the newlyweds.
Liliana, what did you do? Where is your sister? Why isn't she here yet? I've tried calling and texting her and she isn't picking up. Do you have any idea at all where she could be?
Oh no, the bride has gone missing on her big day. I wonder what could have happened.
I'm serious. She is supposed to be getting married today. The fiancé is panicking and the whole wedding is falling apart. What did you do? I know that you had something to do with this. Oh, I'll have to go to the police and report your sister missing now.
Calm down, Mom. I really don't think there's any need to go that far. We just have something to talk about, and then I'll let Vanessa go. She'll make it to her wedding, though, don't worry.
Talk about something? What do you mean? I knew that you had something to do with this. You tell me where your sister is and what you've done to her right now.
Oh, I don't know where she is right now, but I know who she's with. I believe it's an old boyfriend of hers, actually.
You mean to tell me that your sister is with an ex-boyfriend on the day of her wedding?
That's right, and by the time we're done talking, she should be on her way. But Vanessa's actually there with this man to apologize to him.
Okay, now I really have no idea what you're talking about. You mean to tell me that she is missing her own wedding to apologize to some old ex-boyfriend of hers?
That's right, she's apologizing for betraying him over and over again. Honestly, even I feel bad for him. Sounds like Vanessa managed to squeeze tens of thousands of dollars out of him while cheating on him. It really is quite a sad situation if you ask me.
Hold on a second. You mean that your sister was having an affair with one of her exes?
That's right, I actually got a message from someone saying that he was an ex of hers, and he told me the whole thing. He told me they actually had already been engaged to be married, apparently. But that when the conversation turned to actually planning the event, she would always change the subject. In the end, Vanessa dumped the guy because he wouldn't stop talking about getting married. After that, Vanessa stopped talking to him completely, and it became clear to him that she was only after his money.
But I had no idea about any of this at all.
Anyways, he reached out to me to try and talk to her. All I did was give him Vanessa's new number. I think that he knew that she was going to be married, although he told me that he didn't blame her if she really wanted to get married to another man. He just wanted closure with her, and that's why you have nothing to worry about in terms of Vanessa making it to her wedding on time.
And you're telling me that that's why the bride isn't at her own wedding right now?
I think he just wants to be paid back what he's owed from his fake relationship.
And you really have no idea where your sister is at all right now? You need to tell me if you do so I can go and get her.
I really don't have a clue where she could be, Mom, but I'm sure she'll be back soon enough.
Sis, are you there? You have to help me, please. I need you to give me some money. I'm with an ex here, and he says that he's not going to let me go out until I've paid him back. But if I can't go out now, then I'm going to miss my wedding.
And just what do you think I can do about any of this, huh? Maybe you should ask your fiancé for money. After all, he was nice enough to offer Mom $3,000 a month, right?
Are you crazy? I can't go and talk to my fiancé about this. My ex is asking for $100,000.
You mean you scammed a man out of that much money?
I didn't scam anything. They were gifts for me. But now he's saying I have to pay them back since it was only under the assumption we were going to be getting married. He's accusing me of fraud. Can you believe it? Not only that, but he knows that I was seeing someone behind his back. If my fiancé finds out that he was the other man for a while, then it might blow up my marriage. So please, I really need your help right now.
No, it sounds to me like you need to get out of this mess yourself. Leave me out of it.
You can't do this to me. I really need your help, please. Once I'm married, I can pay you back for everything. I just really need some money right now.
I'm sorry, but you've been getting money from me for the past 7 years. You and Mom have sucked me dry, and I don't feel like helping out either of you right now.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm really not. If you took all this money from this man under a false premise, then you should pay it back. No matter what happens, it really isn't my business. If your wedding falls apart, then that's on you. Anyways, good luck and have a nice life. In the end, Vanessa and my mom tried going to relatives and trying to borrow money, but nobody wanted to help them. Instead, they all wanted to know why I had been unceremoniously kicked out of the family by them. The rest of the family were very upset and said that they were going to stop talking to my mom and Vanessa instead. With no other way to get Vanessa out of her pickle, her marriage fell apart and her fiancé canceled their engagement when she didn't show up to the wedding. I hear that Vanessa and my mom have since had to find jobs. Of course, with no real experience, they can only find very low-paying part-time work. They even had to sell their house and moved into a tiny apartment together, where they barely scrape enough money together to make ends meet. All of that being made more difficult by the debt Vanessa owes to her ex-boyfriend who forced her to sign a contract guaranteeing repayment of her debt.